the hologram watch?
I don't know. Probably watch deceased singers do their thing.
But
Like an old crooner or something, just a one guy standing there.
Yeah, but who's making that hologram footage?
Can't they just pull it from
How
old
would it be
videos?
3-dimensional? Wouldn't it be only 2-dimensional?
Well, basically. I mean, we all kind of look the same from the back, right?
I guess you
So
could just put a man in a
whatever.
suit and then just put the right face on.
Yeah,
Technology probably could.
I'm not looking at the back of Dean Martin or anything. I'm just looking
Why
at his
not?
face.
What if you want to check out Dean Martin's butt?
Yeah.
Old Dino.
Little what?
I said old Dino.
Oh, okay. They said a little
Dino is his nickname.
Oh,
Dean
they
Martin.
said a little DNO, and I was like, I don't know what
What does that
I don't
stand
know what
for?
that means.
Something for butts.
DNO, I don't know you as well as I thought. Yeah.
So we had the breakfast burger at Universel. It is an 8-ounce, 100% lean ground beef burger with hollandaise sauce, cheddar cheese, onion chips, an egg, bacon, all on a French toast pretzel bun, served with home potatoes and fresh fruit.
Yeah. Yeah. That sums it all up. Yeah, and I think I didn't know it was a French toast pretzel bun until after we ate it, but I was blown away by all the tastes.
There were a lot of flavors in this burger, and honestly, it reminded me of some of my own homemade creations, my breakfast creations, where I would make a French toast sandwich and put eggs and cheese and bacon in it. But before we really get into the burger, Matthew, first impressions of this restaurant. You have already been to the other location. How does this stack up to that? What do you think of this restaurant?
Very similar to the other one. They have a very similar motif going on. The same fishbowl lights overhead.
And they were like white globe style lights.
Yeah, very classy.
Yeah. Nice for a breakfast joint.
Yeah, nice. And it's not a breakfast joint you walk into and you feel greasy. It wasn't like a Tutti Frutti where there'd be wallpaper and chickens everywhere.
It also doesn't feel that breakfasty.
No, but they're really into breakfast, and you can get breakfast any time of day.
Is that so?
That's what it says on their menu.
It's good to know.
On their website. And I don't like that idea.
Why not?
We've talked about that. Breakfast should be reserved for people who wake up early enough to enjoy it.
I disagree with this, but we've had this conversation.
Today, we ate it kind of late. We had a breakfast burger for lunch.
Yeah, basically. Wednesday at lunch, of course.
Yes.
So the decor doesn't scream breakfast to me. I've actually...
what does scream breakfast?
Roosters.
It's still tacky, though.
It is tacky, but
get away from that.
I mean, it also breakfast should feel a little cozier than this does.
Okay.
Breakfast is kind of like, I don't know. I feel like there should be more wood.
Yeah.
This was like very sleek and green and white.
Yeah.
And that to me was like maybe it's a salad place or a health food place.
Maybe
not hollandaise sauce.
No, everything they had was very unhealthy. It seemed.
Oh, I really barely looked at the menu. Mind you, as far as meals that we've gotten together for this podcast, there was a bowl of fruit, which is the healthiest thing we've probably ever eaten for this podcast.
I only picked it. I had maybe
you barely touched it. I think I left the slice of orange because I don't especially like slices of orange.
Yeah, I was picking at one thing, and I was like, "What is this strange fruit?" And you confirmed that it was an apple.
Yeah, yeah. Like the most normal of fruit.
Yeah, I thought it was like, I think I was like, there's no way this is an apple. And you're like, yeah, it's an apple. I was like, oh, it's so soft. It's not. But, and there was some good fruit in there. They had the pineapple.
Yeah.
Normally places like
two different kinds of melon.
Yeah, there's some kiwi people. Well, the melon
Banana.
is the poor man's fruit. That's what you fill up.
You think so?
That's what you fill up someone's bowl with underneath all the good stuff.
I disagree.
Melon?
I really like a honeydew melon. Oh. I really like a cantaloupe. However, I like a good honeydew better than a good cantaloupe, but a bad cantaloupe better than a bad honeydew.
See, when they say fresh fruit, you leave all the cantaloupes and the honeydews. Leave them. They're for the birds. I don't want that.
I'll say this was a very disappointing cantaloupe.
They always are.
I disagree. Good cantaloupe is some of the best melon you could eat.
But is that what you want when it says fresh fruit? Because I want strawberries.
What do you want? Okay, you want berries.
I want grapes.
There were grapes.
Blueberries. I want raspberries.
I want all the berries. You just want berries and grapes.
I want pineapple. I like apple. I want Did I already say strawberries?
Yeah.
Strawberries. I just want like the colorful stuff, not the.
What, like an orange cantaloupe is not colorful to you?
No, it's
no.
I don't like it.
I don't think it is.
It's muted. It's
okay.
Too muted.
How about a mango? A mango's a brighter orange, or perhaps an orange.
Yeah, yeah. I want one of every color, and I want the orange.
Eggplant?
No.
Get the purple representative in there.
I want orange, red. Ooh, I might want 2 reds because I want the apple and the strawberry.
No, well, no. You
and
mentioned raspberry before.
Man, I'm okay.
You just want a Red Bull.
Yeah.
Cherries.
I just don't want the washed out greens and the washed out yellows.
Kiwi washed out or not enough?
No, kiwi's okay. I don't like it.
Okay.
Because I don't like furry fruit.
Yeah, but the fur was removed.
The fur was removed?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's there.
It's gone.
Well, I should have eaten it, but I didn't.
Matthew, this restaurant, and so we walked in, what I thought was, hey, this is the place we've talked about before on this podcast. This is the restaurant that used to be a sushi restaurant that there was a woman on her birthday with her fiancé, picked a seat, and a slab of concrete fell off the building and crushed her on her birthday, leaving her fiancé in shock and her dead.
This was that place?
This was that place. This used to be the sushi restaurant, and before I entered, as I was still on the sidewalk, I looked up at the facade to verify, oh yeah, there is no concrete on this wall anymore. They had it all removed after it killed somebody.
That I think about that sometimes. I think about
that all the time. Not all the time, but
it's horrible.
It's terrible.
Horrifying. I normally I don't like. I think after that story, that's when I got my real fear of objects.
Death from above?
Just objects anywhere that are above me, yeah. Which is most things. Most things are above me.
That is one of my great fears, Matthew.
Just things falling?
I don't think about it all the time. But what a way to go. You're just walking down the street and then boom, it's done.
Yeah. Because
of poor construction, poorly fastened concrete slabs that are there for decoration.
Yeah. It's horrible. It's horrifying.
There's no way to prepare for that.
There's no way to step outside for your day and not be killed. No way to do it. You can't guarantee that you're ever going to survive.
No, that's right.
Going out just for a casual walk, just for a stroll down the street.
And that's why you need to live life to its fullest.
No.
No?
I say the opposite. Don't ever leave.
I say live life to its fullest. I say eat that burger that you probably shouldn't have. Eat one more. Because who knows? It may be your last burger.
Eat one more. If you live your life thinking that everything might be your last, you're going to live in gluttony and you're going to make poor decisions.
That's it. They say live your life to its fullest. Don't eat moderately. You need to be full.
Yeah, but you're going to die earlier because of living so full. Living such a grand lifestyle is only okay if you know you're going to die. But if you don't know you're going to die...
Well, we're all going to die one day, Matthew. And that's why your belly should be full.
Yeah, but there's cholesterol to worry about. There's things that have long-lasting effects on your body.
How are you supposed to eat meals to their fullest and live forever?
You got to eat meals to their fullest. And also, I don't think that's the saying. But live life to its fullest in moderation.
Oh, well,
it's in parentheses after that.
But everything in moderation.
Yeah, well, it's like you might die tomorrow, live life to its fullest, and then.
But if you don't die tomorrow, tomorrow's going to suck.
Yeah,
if you ate too much tonight.
Yeah, it's like keep in mind if you don't die, your actions have consequences.
That's too many life lessons and bits of advice that contradict each other if you put them all together.
Yeah, definitely. But my words of advice to all of you, don't ever go outside. And just stay away from buildings. Don't walk.
Stay away from buildings.
Don't walk near them.
Well, it's not safe in a field if there's a lightning storm.
No, well, you got to be not the tallest thing in that field.
So basically we're going back to the cave, Matthew. Your best bet is to stay in a cave.
Well, the things can crumble. Things can fall. The cave
can collapse.
Yeah. It's absolutely...
Cave in.
Yeah, that's where it comes from. Cave in. I need an open roofed cave, which is just like a quarry.
A valley?
Valley.
A quarry. Matthew is the man of the quarry.
Nothing bad. He thinks nothing bad can happen to him in the quarry. Except for floods.
Yeah.
And then
a rainstorm comes and then you're flooded into the quarry.
Yeah. No, I think a quarry would be terrifying also because in my once I realize that I am basically just at the bottom of a lake that hasn't been filled with water yet, that's gonna creep me out. There's no safe place.
What's the safest place to live, you think?
Just no safe place. Maybe an insane asylum. Just padded. Padded everywhere. But I wouldn't want to have my arms restricted. That was a big reason why I've never been.
Insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait a second. So you don't want to go to an insane asylum basically because restricting your arms would freak you out.
Yeah. Like
every other thing about it is like, well, that's not so bad.
When I think about
nice cushy room, free meals.
Yeah. Well, when I think about
those
insane
fancy
asylums,
candies they give you in little plastic cups,
pillows everywhere, pillows on the floor, pillows on the wall, sounds like a dream. But yeah, one thing that has definitely kept me out of there is I don't ever want to be restricted. It's part of the reason why I don't. It's actually the main reason why I don't ever want to be arrested. I don't ever want to be a criminal. I don't want to go to jail. And not for any moral standing I have. It's just I don't want to wear handcuffs.
Now, okay, Matthew, follow-up questions here. What if they did not put you in a straitjacket because let's say they were worried about you like clawing your own eyes out because you're a madman? Mm-hmm. What if they just put boxing gloves on you?
Oh, I'd be fine with that. But I have
They're really taped on.
Well, I know I need to be able to take them off.
No.
I can't stand... Basically, anything you're doing that's restricting my body, I can't handle it, and I'm going to freak out. It's like if I'm... That's why I need to sit at the ends of tables. That's why I need to... In a two-door car, I need to have
So is this part of your issue with pants?
With pants? I love... You know what? Snap pants. I wish those were still popular, because I love
those are acceptable.
Pants.
The idea of just tearing your pants off if you ever got uncomfortable.
In case of emergency.
Yeah.
Tear pants. I don't know. That stuff I have control over. I don't have control over, being in a car that doesn't open in the back if I'm arrested ever.
Oh.
Well, child locks. I guess it's the same thing as what they have in cop cars.
Yeah.
I don't like crowds. I don't like people. I just want to be free, man. I want to fly. Sometimes I'm really upset that I can't fly.
Are you?
Yes, because it's so constricting. And if I could fly, nothing would fall on me.
That's not necessarily true.
I could fall on people. But...
Well, yeah, but I guess you're less likely to have things fall on you because you're above some things.
Yeah.
But things could still fall on you.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like, to me, getting back to what we were talking about things falling, and less about flying and constriction, padded rooms. Am I crazy to think that the world just needs to do something about all the falling ice and snow off of buildings? Because that seems like one of those things that is still happening. And all they do is put a sign up being like, careful, you might die because there's a bunch of falling ice.
They have done things. They're like guardrails or whatever. They get put up on the edges of sloped roofs so that it doesn't just all slide off at one point. So it kind of gets
builds
stopped.
up and then
falls off? It'll build up and drip down or whatever. But it's not huge chunks don't generally fall off. Huge chunks of icicles may fall off if those build up really long.
I feel like if it happened, it happened once where this girl gets killed outside of a sushi restaurant because of this big slab of concrete.
Not ice.
Big concrete. Yeah, concrete.
Yeah.
And they removed all the concrete.
That's fair.
I have seen with my own eyes a big old chunk of ice falling down from beyond the clouds. It was so tall.
What city were you in?
Here, it gets really foggy sometimes.
Okay.
Falls on the sidewalk and doesn't hit anybody, but people who are like 3 feet away, they just kind of look at it and they look up and they
you think
carry about their
kill
day.
Someone?
I do think if not, it might it's a good amount of weight.
Yeah,
it's jagged, but it's also falling from such a great height that it has accumulated a lot of speed and can do some damage.
You think if it just hit your shoulder, you think it would be broken or it would just like take you out? And you'd be like, man, what the heck was that?
No, I think you'd be very badly injured.
Okay.
But people see this happen and they just be like, oh, glad I wasn't standing 3 feet to the left. But if it was a big old piece of concrete, people would be up in arms about this.
Sure. But that's negligence versus act of God, is it not?
Yeah, but there's still a lot of acts of God that would be considered negligent on people's parts. You got to prevent certain things, like
I guess.
Anyway, I just feel like